On the bill, the Speaker recognizes the gentleman from Montgomery County, Mr. Vereb.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you to all my colleagues for the greatest opportunity we as lawmakers have, and that is the opportunity to bring a bill to the House floor. An opportunity I've been waiting for 5 years, and an opportunity that has been forever educational, helpful, and I think long-term better for the citizens of this Commonwealth, whether they gamble or not. I'm very positive about this debate. I think we've learned a lot. I think we learned that we truly have a conservative caucus in the Democratic caucus. I see we truly have this year true concern for the taxpayers, and I think we all do that. I ask you to support House Bill 262 for final passage, and I do so for a few reasons. For those who have risen to call into question the credibility of the Attorney General, let me just say this. There are few of us in this room who served in police departments, countywide agencies, and I myself served this Attorney General when he was interim Attorney General, supervising a municipal drug unit. And I just got to tell you, there is not a day in my life that I have seen anyone in the Attorney General's office go to any agent in the Attorney General's office and tell them they must change the findings in a report that they have authored. You see, colleagues, this is what my bill is about. Of course the Attorney General has a campaign. Of course the Attorney General has supporters. So does the Philadelphia District Attorney. And what a great job the prior District Attorney and the current District Attorney is doing to take the debate to a level of calling into question a chief law enforcement officer of this Commonwealth is frightening. So let's stick to the merits of the bill now that we're beyond the skullduggery. We are focused on one thing. Aren't we all? Aren't we focused on one thing? We are focused on making sure that we sanitize this industry. We are not here to lobby for the gaming industry. We are here to lobby for the citizens of Pennsylvania. A lot of the legislation that we have run does such a thing. But to act as if this cloud that's been hovering over the Commonwealth for years, about all of the newspaper articles, all the grand juries, are we seriously proud of that? Do we think it's going to go away? Do we think that members of the gaming board who can't be fired as easily as an attorney general can be voted out? Do we really think that we're going to enact change? So if you live in these communities and you like these newspaper articles and your constituents are okay with it, then you know what? I guess you're going to vote no for status quo. But we're going to send this bill over to the Senate. And yes, we have our work to do. And yes, we have blockades to get through. But we're going to do it, and we're going to do it for the best interest of the taxpayers of Pennsylvania. Not the gaming industry, not the felons, and not any other individual of shady character that tries to get a license or a contract to do work for a licensee in this Commonwealth. We've heard a lot about property tax relief. Come on. Come on. Really? We should have equitable floor debate that sticks at least somewhat to the facts. If you want to do something about property tax relief, then why don't we work together and pull this money out of this fund and put it into property tax relief? Why don't we get rid of the hundreds of millions of dollars of economic development projects, of arenas, 12-year commitments? Let's get some of that money. I encourage you that is absolutely what we should do. If you want to stand for property tax relief, then stand to get rid of some of what leaderships counties have gotten over the years. Come on. We are all, I believe, truly at heart about property tax relief, but we're not going to get it by pitting this bill and $2 million of a fund that licensees were overassessed with and saying that Vereb and the Republicans and the Democrats that will hopefully support this bill are against property tax relief. We're not against property tax relief. And if that's the case, every one of you that spoke, I'd like you to co-sponsor a bill that I'll be glad to run. I'm not sure what my luck will be in the Senate with that one. But the reality of it is I'd love you to co-sponsor a bill that eliminates some of these accounts and we put it into the property taxpayers' pockets. See, I got one hand. Good. Two hands. Underlying issues of this bill is currently the judge, the jury, and the prosecutor sit in one office, under one roof. How does that work? We want to move it. We want to move it so that all three of those in gaming industry are not under the same roof. That's what this bill is about. Political timing. I'm sorry if I'm making you tired. Reading the articles about corruption have made me tired. We are here to run a great bill that even a Dauphin County grand jury report has suggested to us to run. I encourage all of you, if we take rhetoric from both sides about this bill out of the equation, it will stand a fair chance to become law ultimately to do one thing: represent very clearly what we're here to do, and that is to stick up for the tax-paying citizens of this Commonwealth that pay on the back end of all of these investigations and all of the issues that we have disclosed that take place. I respectfully thank the members of both sides of the aisle, certainly the Gaming Oversight Committee, and I thank the Senate for accepting a great bill, not just reform for gaming industry, but for reform for Pennsylvania. I thank you for the opportunity to speak, and I ask for your yes vote on House Bill 262. Thank you.